What's up, people of the interwebs and YouTube? Cthulhu coming at you live again. This time with the video review of Transformers Dark of the Moon Jolt. He is a Chevy Volt, which I believe is one of their electric or hybrid cars that is coming out or is out. Pretty decent car mode. Most of the robot kibble is underneath. You can see a little bit through the windshield and back windshield. Not too bad. Rolls pretty good, which I guess is fairly important since it is a car. Comes with a MechTech gun, which has two modes. You can have big gun for a little car, or really big gun for a little car. Some of the other Dark of the Moon, you can actually get their MechTech weapons to stay in the secondary mode by twisting or messing with the piece that makes it transform. I have messed with this thing to no end and can't get it to stay, so maybe just something with the bigger scale figures. Actually has two weapon ports on the top here. That's the gray dots. Has the spring-loaded ports, which as it plugs in and holds really well. Pop it out, you don't have just a random peg hole all over your Transformer. So, neat little feature about the Dark of the Moon toys. I kind of like it. You know, I grew up with Transformers, and through the years, some of them, design-wise, could have used that instead of having weapon peg holes all over them. Would have been nice. So, on to transformation. Get them back in focus. That'd be kind of cool, huh? Start with transformation. Pull his legs down, like so. Swivel his arms out. Like so. Don't necessarily have to point them over the hood, just kind of keeps them out of the way for the time being. Because actually the rear bumper ends up becoming his chest. Legs just split apart. Actually, you can go ahead, the top of the car here kind of comes out to each side and the tops fold in. Kind of becomes part of his back in robot mode, but serves now to kind of keep him out of the way. Feet, let's see here. Feet aren't too bad. The little gray hook right there. For car mode, this clear piece of plastic here, or clear greenish, it needs to be underneath it, like hook underneath it, or it won't go back in right. For robot mode, just a quick little snap down. You pretty much have his foot there. It's his heel. Pull that down. Kind of tilt everything up. Hood goes in. And the combination of that like front hood and that is his foot. Do the same on the other. Just kind of pull everything down. Heel down. Hood in. Find it looks a little better. The more aligned that this piece is with the leg piece, it tends to help him stand up a little better. This guy's a little bit fidgety. The wheels on the feet can actually turn inward. One way or the other. I promise they do. Just kind of. Sometimes you can get the little peg to stick in a post or in a spoke hole and it'll just hold it. It tends to just sit there pretty well. Pull the other wheel around. And there is his feet. Almost kind of looks like a giant shoe, I guess. But yeah. Okay, waist and upper body. What you do is you come, pull the rear out here. Pull his rear out. I'm sure I'll get a dirty comment on that one. Pull his rear out. That's what he said. The door's out of the way, or roof of the car out of the way, I'm sorry. Just bring this whole leg assembly up and forward. There's a tab on the back there goes in that slot there. If I get my finger out of the way. Sometimes these on mine, the first time I transformed them, the back end there that I pulled out didn't go back in the way. The more I tend to transform them, it seems to, I don't know if they're spring loaded or what, but they tend to go back in the way more so than they used to. Head, just flip around here, and hopefully it comes up through here relatively no problem. Of course, now that I'm recording, it's not going to work. Sometimes it shouldn't really matter. Actually, I think the instructions say to attach his waist before you do that, but for the sake of argument, we'll flip his head up before we attach his waist. And we just flip that around there. There's his head. This piece right here slides back and under the other one a little bit, just so his head can sit a little bit level. Get a close up of his face there. Not too bad. And then if you had to move it, snap his waist back in the spot there. And there he is. Kinda odd little guy. Not too bad looking. Most of his articulation is based upon the need of it for transformation. I do wish you could do something with these. Just fold them in just a little bit more or something, because it tends to make him lean backwards, and he's kind of fidgety to stand up anyway, but that makes it even worse. But shoulder, I don't like that his shoulder isn't stuck either, but rotates for articulation. Whoop. Pops out. That's an awesome feature. But if you don't want to pop it out, it just kind of spins around like that. Like I said, not too horribly articulated. Most of it is based on what it needs to do for transformation. Knee, he kind of can get the like Starscream chicken leg thing going on if you really wanted him to. But overall, pretty good little figure. Pretty decent paint. Pretty bland paint. I mean, he was actually in the movies, or in Revenge of the Fallen, but fell victim to the Michael Bay puts too much crap in his movie. He was a background character, and you just didn't see a lot of him. He was actually the one when Optimus transferred his parts. The guy with the whips, that was Jolt. I believe he was actually a blue car in that one. Don't know if in this movie they're changing it up or something. But overall, not too bad. I got him for about $11 at my local Target, so not too horribly expensive. You can take his gun. Can't really hold it, but he has ports on the bottom there. Oh, one little thing. Don't know the purpose other than make it maybe more movie accurate. Excuse me. But these little things flip out on the arms. Mine tend to not stay, as this one's halfway falling down as it is. So I leave them flipped in because it doesn't really alter his look that much. But you can just plug his gun in. And pew pew pew. And there you go. So that is Transformers Dark of the Moon Jolt. Fairly worth it. I mean, if you're getting a... Oh, hey, he's actually going to stand up. It's a miracle. But, yeah, I got a Cyberverse Optimus that will be coming up soon, and I'll also be giving my thoughts on Alice Madness Returns, finally. Sorry I haven't got to it yet. And the new Weird Al album. So until next time,